Hello, time travelers, and welcome, new time travelers. I hope that your Thanksgiving was good. So, if you're new to this channel and you enjoy learning different historical events from around the world, then don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. Without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're going to start out in 1830 when a Polish secret society of infantry cadets staged an uprising at Warsaw, beginning the November insurrection. 2 years later, in 1832, author Louisa May Alcott, who is best known for her novel Little Women, was born in Pennsylvania. In 1850, Prussia and Austria signed the Punctuation of Olmütz, an agreement regulating the two powers' relations. 1864 is when Colonel John M. Shivington led a surprise attack known as the Sand Creek Massacre on a camp in Cheyenne and Arapaho people in southern Colorado Territory. U.S. troops murdered more than 230 Native people who were at the site under the white flag of truce. In 1829, American pioneer aviator Richard E. Byrd flew over the South Pole. On this day in 1947, the United Nations General Assembly passed Resolution 181, which called for the partition of Palestine into Arab and Jewish states, and for placing the city of Jerusalem under a special international regime. 11 years later, in 1958, Argentine troops arrested striking railroad workers who reinstated a government decree drafting them into the army, or resisted a government decree. In 1963, U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson appointed the Warren Commission to investigate the assassination of John F. Kennedy. 7 years later, in 1970, Pope Paul VI broadcast a message to Asia warning against militant atheism and visited Pago Pago on his way from the Philippines to Western Samoa. In 1981, American film actress Natalie Wood drowned under mysterious circumstances while vacationing on a yacht off of Santa Catalina Island, California. 3 years before the turn of the century, in 1997, in a ceremony that was broadcast around the world by satellite, some 28,000 couples gathered at RFK Station in Washington, D.C. for a wedding conducted by Sun Myung Moon, leader of the Unification Church. 1 year after the turn of the century, in 2001, George Harrison, formerly of the Beatles, died of cancer at the age of 58. 7 years later, in 2008, architect Jorn Utzon who designated the Sydney Opera House one of the most photographed buildings in the world, died in Copenhagen at the age of 90. And our final event happened last year in 2023 when Henry Kissinger, who was one of the most influential and controversial diplomats during the second half of the 20th century, died in Connecticut at the age of 100. And with that, we will return to 2024 and our current history. And as always, if you enjoy learning about historical events from around the world, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. I'll see you in the next one.